In journalism, you learn to be very careful when you think you have the story oh so perfect. And New York Magazine did. They thought they had MAGA world by the tail. So here's the cover: the cruel kids table among the young, confident, and casually cruel Trumpers who, after conquering Washington, have their sights set on America. The article itself suggests it was a white-only event. Author Brock Collier quotes, "Have you noticed the entire room is white?" An older woman in an updo and a silver sequin gown asked me, though it wasn't entirely clear whether she thought that was a good thing or a bad thing. So let's look at that cover again. It doesn't show the full picture. The photo agency wouldn't let us show the actual picture, but the full photo shows a number of black guests at the event. They were cropped out for the cover. New York Magazine wanted to hit at the toxic, white, straight, masculine power of MAGA. Our guest doesn't need to see the full photo. He was there with us now, host of the Can't Cancel Rob Smith podcast and Right Turn Strategies consultant Rob Smith, who was at the party. Welcome to the show.
I was.
Thanks
for having me. Absolutely.
Was it a fun time?
Oh, God, it was a great time. Yeah.
You think that was intentional?
Oh, I think it was absolutely intentional. Look, the writer went there with the story in his mind. He knew that the story that he wanted to tell about MAGA, about Trump supporters, about inauguration weekend, whatever you want to call it.
What was the story you think he wanted to tell?
The story that he wanted to tell was a story that all of MAGA, all of Trump supporters are all young, white, toxic, intimated that these were racists. You know, that was implied in the writing of the article. So that's the story that this writer wanted to tell. It wasn't the reality of the situation at all. I was there with a number of other black conservative media influencers. There were all kinds of people at that party. Like I said, I was there myself, so it just was not the full picture.
What do you think they meant after conquering Washington, have their sights set on America?
Well, this is what they mean. So conservatives have never been fully sort of embraced by the culture, right? Of course, Hollywood hates us. Everything in the fashion industry hates us. Music industry hates us. But now there has been a shift since Donald Trump has been re-elected president or elected for a second non-consecutive term. I have personally seen, I've been out here doing this for a very long time in the social media realm. I came out as a Trump supporter back in 2018. And I have seen a lot of mainstream media inquiries. I've gotten more attention via mainstream media than I ever have in my life. Okay. And there is a real cultural shift.
All right, so this is how the magazine puts it. Yeah. SVP of Communications for Vox Media, Lawrence Stark. The magazine's most recent cover story explores the new class of conservatives taking Washington by storm through the lens of inauguration weekend. The cover was cropped to the center of a picture that was published in full online. We believe both the cover and the story provide an accurate impression of the weekend. I think it is fair to say that the conservative movement at this point is pretty high on its own supply, right?
In terms of?
There's an awful lot of confidence among the MAGA movement online.
Well, look, we won. Okay, we got the mandate. We won the popular vote for the first time in a very long time. Conservatives are taking over. We've got all the power here in D.C. So yes, we're higher up our own supply. But here's the thing: we've put in the groundwork for this cultural shift, because the shift that is happening is not just political; it is cultural, because politics is downstream from culture. So there's a lot of the younger people at that party that have been putting in the work culturally on the YouTube and social media and all that stuff. So yes, you know, we're the culture now.
You took the Andrew Breitbart quote right out of my mouth. Good to see you. Thank
Absolutely.
you very much.
Thanks for having me.
It's well said. Politics is downstream of culture. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.